All right, Mopar fans. You are looking at the Black Bomber of Long Island. A affectionate name I gave to this car because I bought it from the original owner's family on Long Island. Um, the car is originally black on black. It's got the original engine. It's a 440 4-speed with the Dana rear end, 354 ring gear, and it's a beautiful car. The original owner, Vietnam veteran, when he bought the car, he was immediately inducted into Vietnam and the car sat for some time. And then when he came back, he enjoyed the car in the Long Island area. And, uh, and in 2012, the car was restored by him. And unfortunately, in 2017, after 50 years of ownership, the original owner passed away. His son took over ownership of the car. And after 5 years, in 2022, I purchased the car on consignment. I am the second owner of this Black Bomber from Long Island. And I like to think that the original owner would be very happy because I take it out all the time. I take it to car shows. And I would like to think that he and his family would be very happy to know that this car is still active and being shown. And it's actually a tribute to the good care they gave this car. It's all original sheet metal. Obviously in New York, they put it away in the wintertime because it's got all the original sheet metal. I have over 200 photos of the restoration of this car, and all they had to do was the metal right around the wheel wells and the lower quarters. That's all that was done. Everything else is all original. And the car is really quite beautiful. And that's the value of putting it away over the winter time. And yes, out of 10,000 RTs for 67, there were only 1,355 4-speeds. So, beautiful car. The red lines, the red stripe play into the red RT letters on the car, and it really makes this car jump. And for those that may know or may not know, the RT designation is road and track. There it is, Herbie Dodge, West Islip. Back to the RT, road and track. You could buy this car, drive it to work through the week, and then on the weekends you take it to the track. The RT nomenclature referred to the 440 or 426. Those were the only two engines available in the RTs, and 67 was the debut year on this model exclusively. This is your very first RT car for Dodge. The Charger RT and all the rest of the models followed in 68, along with the creation of the Scat Pack. So, what you have is a beautiful example of a real black on black Coronet RT 444 speed. And as you know, in 67, there was no such thing as VIN correct, or numbers matching. They did not put VIN numbers on the 67 cars. What they did is you had to go by date coding, and this car date codes out perfectly. It is the original engine, transmission, and also all the components, the wiper motor and all the components in it date code to the car. And the only thing that's been changed was the alternator. So let's take a look into the trunk. There is a information board in there with some info about the car. You can see it's fully finished. The jack detail. And there you have it. This car was featured at the Lake Mirror, Florida concourse. And that's the story on the car. You know, one could be tempted to sell this car and for a lot of money because of the story, the original nature of it, and a beautiful restoration. But I'm not tempted with that. I like the idea that I'm second owner on this car, and it's the first RT model for Dodge. And plus, it's a 4-speed with a Dana rear end. Um, this is what kicked it off for Dodge Chrysler Plymouth as far as badge muscle cars. This was their answer to the GTOs, the Oldsmobiles, which had started several years before. But by the time Chrysler started getting their act together, this is your first term, the slab side cars, before they went to the rounded Coke bottle body styling. But and this holds a special place in the performance years for Chrysler. We all know that they came out with the race cars in 62, 63, 64, 65 A990s, but this was the first badged muscle car for Dodge for the street, and the GTX was the same for the Plymouth. So there you have it, a little background, and I hope you enjoyed the car. It went from an intended flipper to a keeper, and that's the way it is. This is God's Garage. Thank you.